we want to share. Last week, we talked a little bit about kind of the purpose of this call and what we want to use it for moving forward. And in that light, one of the things that we had talked about, just some of us on here, was working through some of the 4 pillars of network marketing, which is recruiting, duplication, leadership, and there's another one. What's the 4th one? I can't think.
Did you say retention?
Retention. That's it.
Retention.
I was like, there's a 4th one. What is it? And so Rosibel and Mary were telling me about some really cool stuff that they're doing to really help gain new enrollments for themselves and to help new team members share. And I asked if they would just kind of share a little bit about what they're doing tonight, because I think we can all learn from each other, from what's working for others that people are trying. And so I'm going to turn the call over to Marycarmen and Rosibel, and they're going to take it away tonight.
No pressure. Okay, so I'll start and then Rosibel takes over. Okay, so I prepared like an hour ago. Okay, so if it doesn't feel good to you, the way that you're doing the sharing, the talking about your business, if it doesn't feel good, you're never going to do it right. You need to change that feeling because people sense that kind of energy. And we talked about this before, right? So your belief in the products, you believe in the company, you believe in yourself, in talking to someone else about the opportunity that you have of trying something that could make their health better and going a little bit beyond that, an opportunity for their family to have margin in their financial situation and stuff like that. When you believe those things and you understand that, then you can actually move to the next level. But people sense that. So, again, mindset. We're going back to it. It starts here and then it projects outward. So as we're going through this tonight, maybe some of you have heard this podcast, but I heard it today for the first time and it was incredible. I heard it like 3 times. So I'm going to do my best to duplicate that podcast, and I will suggest after this call, go ahead and listen to it. And what's the name of that guy? Tracy, Bob, something. I forget, Bob
Heilig.
That one. Yes. Anyway, but I'll do my best because this gets me excited. Mindset gets me so excited. And you know me, I'm here, I'm going for it. So first of all, I want you to write on the chat the answer to this question. You can only use one word. So think about this very well. Okay. So when you think about your customers, your business, the products, the company, right? Plexus, the amazing products that we have, great customers. How do you feel? I just want you to write down one word answering that question. How do you feel when you think about the products that we have, the amazing company that we have, the clients that are trusting us? How do you feel? Perfect. Okay, so joy, amazing. Anyone else? Happy? Okay. Hopeful. Okay. And encouraged. Good job. I like that, Deborah. Okay. Anticipating. I like that. Anticipating. Okay. It's a good answer. These are good answers. So these are all in the positive side of things, right? Very good. Now, let me now turn this around a little bit. Now, when you think about the team you're building, your recruiting processes, how that's going, right? The leadership, your own, yourself as a leader, the people that you have recruited, the things that they have or haven't done yet. How does that make you feel? I like that, Kelly. Muddy, challenged. Yes. Don't be shy. Hopeful. Roller coaster. Oh my God. Kim, yes. Oh, let me put mine. Sorry, I should participate too because I'm on the same boat as you guys. I will put stress, okay?
Chelsea's over there breaking rules.
I'm kind of yes, yes. Okay. Shocking. Yeah. Okay. So okay, this is kind of like, not what we want it to be, but maybe, right? It's like it's all the not so great, but okay. But let's think about now. If 3 years ago, 4 months ago, Rosibel, you've been sharing for how long? Like 7 months, 5 months, 4 months, 4 months, something like that. Chelsea, I don't know, 3 years. If somebody told you back then that today you will be here sharing on social media and helping people like change their lives. Chelsea, I'm looking at you and I'm like, oh my gosh, like if somebody told you you will be making this much amount of money by literally just sharing this on social media and people are going to be like, oh, I want that. And you will be changing people's life. Would you really believe that back then? Okay. So think about all of you in your journeys, how you were at the very beginning and where you are today, the things that you have achieved, learned, developed. Like, think about that. How does that make you feel? How far you've come? How does that make you feel? Okay, encourage, joy, yes. Proud, yes. Excited, third person. Yes, I feel blessed, right? Okay, so here's the tricky question or key question. Now hold that thought, those feelings that you're talking about, right? Blessed, excited, accomplished, I'm proud. Oh my gosh, I'm so encouraged. I'm a better person. Think about that feeling right now. And let me ask you, what if every single time that you were to share your business with someone, you felt that way? Don't you think that you will be attracting a different type of person to your business when you're actually communicating the business opportunity? Feeling that way, blessed, excited, accomplished, proud, that with that excitement, okay? Wouldn't you think that will make you feel that will make you attract better people into your team? I think the answer is yes. Don't you guys agree? So this is what happens. Yes. Yes, you're right, Tracy. So this is what happens. We create the feelings with our thoughts. We have the power to create that feeling with our thoughts. So feelings are something that we I feel sad, I feel encouraged, but we have control over that by literally changing our thoughts in that moment. Does that make sense? So I know that it might sound like that's kind of weird, but it is the truth. We've talked about this in convention, guys. Like the mind is so powerful and we have control over that. We can totally change by telling our brain, when you guys have done reset, you can tell your brain, no, you're not hungry. I am not going to die from eating that soup right now. I have enough calories in my day. So please stop telling me that I'm going to die. Stop it. I'm not hungry. Water, 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 water. And you know what? I'm about to eat my snack in a little bit, so be quiet. Like you have control over your mind. The bone broth will won't kill you. You know what I mean? It's like delicious. It's the best bone broth in the world. So you tell those things to your mind, and I'm telling you that thing just goes like, oh yeah, you're right. You're not gonna die. You're gonna do this. We're gonna continue, and you're gonna be okay. I know the first time that many of you did reset, and I'm going to reset just to show you the power of your mind. The first time y'all did this reset, oh man, I'm hungry. Like you were telling yourself, man, I don't know how much longer I can do this. Oh man, this is crazy. And your mind started to believe that. And it started giving you signs to like, oh yeah, you're hungry. And here we are, the sound and all the stuff. It's incredible what we tell our brain when we're cold, when we're hot, when we're tired. The things that we tell our brain, it believes it and it goes into action. So we can the same way attract people by literally feeling the reach outs today. I want to talk to this VIP that I think is having great results with that triplex, about the opportunity that she has in her hands to create income for her family. I'm so excited about this. With that mindset is how we have to come into this, because let me tell you something. This is super important to understand. Again, you create the feelings. You have the power for this. People don't come into this because of the product. Oh, and before I get there, let me tell you something. The reason why sometimes we go into the sharing opportunity, kind of like feeling a little on the, I guess, negative side of things, is because we're thinking, oh, I don't have that rank yet. Wish I were making this much money. I don't know if I can lead this well. We are attaching the success to a number, to a result. And then we feel like we're not worthy, that we're failing, that we're incapable of. And you start getting all this in your head, right? Guess what? The other person is feeling it. If you're thinking, oh, she should do triplex, she should do this, I'm sure she's not going to be able to, she's going to quit the first day. Like, if you're thinking these things as you're actually, trying to sell a combo to someone, she's feeling it. It's like a mind thing that projects into them. You might not say it and you might be like smiling the whole time, but they're feeling it. So you got to be genuine about it from here, here. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all connected. So when we're approaching these people with, the business opportunity, or just literally trying the product for the first time, let's think about what we do have, not what we don't have. Man, I achieved this rank and I can't believe that I feel this great. And what I have, again, is that whole thing of the cup half full versus the cup, what is it? I forget.
Half full versus half empty.
That one, yes. So if we change that as we're sharing, and I know many of you are really good at this, then we attract goodness, guys. I'm telling you, this is very powerful. People don't come to Plexus because of the money or because of the products. People come into Plexus because of the flexibility. They come because of the community. They want to feel part of something bigger, a purpose in life. They want to feel worthy of something. They want to have more meaning. Yes, they want the money if they want to do the business, okay? Because hear me out. We're talking about both VIPs, ambassadors, okay? Most of the people that come as a VIP, then they become an ambassador once they're like, oh, I like this product. These are really good. I want to do this. So as we think of that way, okay, people come and they want the money because they want this other stuff, guys, but they don't come just because of the money, okay? They come because they want something bigger, and it's not measured by money. Money is really good. Yes, I definitely want the money. I want lots of money, but that will give me a lot of, like, you know what I mean? Comfort in other areas of my life. And there's nothing wrong with money, by the way. Okay, so instead of focusing on what we don't have, let's focus in on what we have, right? Because you have to realize that this business, just if you haven't noticed, by the way, it's a personal transformational program with a compensation. You guys know it. People grow up in this business. This is more than just selling Plexus. This is incredible. We have all grown, all of you guys. I am so proud of all of you because we have done so much. I have seen Chelsea blossom. Kim, oh my gosh, you're killing it. Rosibel, Kelly, here you come. You're on fire. And Tracy is like, the trailblazer here for us. She's amazing. She's still kind of like, come on, girls, we can do this together. Let's do this. Incredible. So what are you offering? What are you guys really offering? You're offering a vehicle. Somebody used this word when I first started, and this was like my key. It's a vehicle to someone or anyone to transform their lives in a way that they have yet not seen or understand. Did I say that right? In a way that they yet don't see or understand. They don't get it. They don't understand it. And this is your job. Your job is to make them get there. That's the skill. That's the skill. They don't have to know all the details, right? It's our job to make them get there because this is huge. And now we're going to pass it on to Rosibel to tell you that skill, how we're going to do that skill to get them to that next first step. You guys know what I'm talking about, and she's going to tell you more about it. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Okay, the first thing I want to say is that I has been growing a lot through these past 3-4 years in my other business. And what Marycarmen was saying, I was feeling that at the beginning when I first make my first webinar where I was supposedly prepared and I didn't sell anything. And then I felt like I'm not worth it because nobody wants to buy my course. That is all good. If they don't want to buy this, I'm not worth it. So then I needed to start to work on me, on my mindset, right? When I finally got that, everything started to change. But I wasn't in a place that I'm now. So it was a growing path, right? So it was I realized I need to work on me. Then I realized, okay, yes, I don't have a good self-esteem because of my, my history, everything. So everything there, when you see, oh no, Rosibel can connect right now, but I wasn't like that. 3 years ago. It's not that much. It doesn't sound like it's a long time. So I wasn't like that. I wasn't believing in my skills, although I had years making cakes and decorating cakes. So I wasn't believing that. So, but as soon as I started believing, everything changed. So yeah, my husband, everyone was saying, no, you are very good at it. But when I really believed that, everything, I could transmit, people hearing through a camera that was all, no emotion, nothing. People could get that message because something changed and was on me. And I know last year was the big change in my mind too, identifying who Jesus say I am, right? So that was my big change. And I think Plexus came in the right time for me because I already work on that. Like in my believing who I am is not, it's not dependent of the result. A year ago, I was still feeling like I am someone because I could achieve this, right? So this is a good thing that we need to, put in our mind, okay, where can I have my identity, everything that we need to work on. But the reality is, when we want to help people with the product and then with the business, we need to believe it. And something happened with Plexus too, right? When Marycarmen started to share with me, I was asking a lot of questions because I wasn't believing, right? Right, Tracy? Then I started to try it, but I wasn't, 100%. I almost quit a month later, right? Then I continued that. Then I started to see, yes, it's making a change now, not just on me, in Anna, and then I started to share, but it wasn't 100%. And sharing, because no, this is my business, bakery stuff. I don't know anything about this. So I put in my name on there and I'm not sure. So yes, I started to share. In June, I got silver, 3 people, but then July, I continued sharing. But what happened in August? 10 VIPs in 1 month. And it's not because I'm an influencer. But I can get that too, of course. I can get some advantage of that. But in July, I was still an influencer. In June too. But what happened in August? When August started, I told Marycarmen, now I could see that God is with me in this. Like God wants me to do this, and I'm gonna do it. So then I started sharing, but not sharing just in post. And that's what I want to share with you. We need to connect. When we are in a business, you name it, any product, why people want to buy from you? I know the competition. And this is something that I has been learning in Venezuela and here is not because your product is the best, it's because the connection they have with you. Because people is, competition is gonna come every time, every day, but the connection. So when I started sharing plexus with people, I didn't know how to do it at first, how to say things like how to, okay, people, yeah, I started with my students, the easy part, that they are talking with me all the time and they respect me, but I had to build that respect, right? And some of you you are starting from scratch. Yes, you need to build that respect, right? But you are gonna build that through connection too. So something that I want, it's not like I give you just go there and send message, because you are doing that. You are sending messages, you are reaching out people. But how are you connecting with them? So working with Marycarmen in the 3 ways and things like that, she could see how I learned how to connect, right? How to, okay, you need to ask something first. It's not just the sell thing, it's ask them. And yes, I learned that through the marketing courses too. Like you need to know their pain first, then you can talk, the same language. But sometimes in August, what happened is I start just ask at the first month, the beginning of the month, I start just asking people, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How is this? How is that? I wasn't mentioning anything about plexus at first. It's just asking them. Then when I knew how are things going, health, family, business, all of that, I said, okay, I have something. You know me. You know that I'm very, very busy. You know that I don't share anything that I don't trust. And I have this. And I want to help you. And I want to build a team. And you know me because I did it with my business. And I'm going to do the same with this other business. Are you in? Many of them didn't answer. Other, yes, I want to try the products first. Others say, yes, I want to try it. And why not the business too? So then at the middle of August, everything in, another, but that didn't happen in one day. So it was a connection first. So the same thing we are trying to do, we are implementing with our now VIPs, that we want to help them to get silver, because that is the first step. And something that we are doing is first connecting, but then give them some, directions. Like, this is what you're gonna do. Because we're starting doing that at the beginning with reset, triplex, everything, right? They don't have to know all the supplements that Plexus has. It's just what you need in that time. So that's why it's something that we want to implement. And I started already, right? The first part is just to have a one-on-one call, Zoom call. It could be cell phone, anything, but just to talk to them. Like, what do you want? How do you have a vision? Because some people doesn't have it, and they don't have to have it right now, right? But it's talking to them, like, and we already talk about this in other meetings, right? That what amount is really worth it of your time and dedication. But right, try to connect. And something that I learned too is we are the coach. We need to take them step by step to that point. So we are gonna do, so that is the first call, right? When you agree and when they decide, you are not pushing them. You just put here the options. I believe you can do it. I'm gonna help you. I've been through this. I know how hard it is, but I know how to do it. So if you are willing to do it, we can do it together. So when they decide that, they say yes, what is the next step? We usually start to, okay, plexus is this, and then you need to get to silver, and then this, and this is I did it. And Bristela is here. I did it with her. A lot of information, right? Then you get like a what I'm gonna do next. So what we are gonna do with our VIPs that they want to get silver this month is that we are getting and scheduling another Zoom call, but that is for implementation. This is to do something, some task. So they are gonna have 2 tasks. One is the here. One is, okay, they need to send you a message. How do you feel before plexus? How are you feeling now? And why do you think you're feeling now like that? So it was the community, it was the accountability, it was the product itself, or did you combine the food that you were eating, you were working out everything, and then plus this, why? So they have to send us a message. They have to type it, everything before that call. And then also a list of 25 to 30 people. And I like how Marycarmen said that. So if you are gonna open your store, the opening of your business, who are those 20 to 30 people that you want them to be with you there, coming into your business when you already open it? So don't think about if they need the product, it's just who are they? So they have to get to that Zoom call with those 2 things. And there, they already say yes, right? Then you give them a task. You get to the Zoom call. Then you're gonna connect again. Like, all the vision, everything, how are you feeling? Okay. Then when you connect through questions to see also their struggles, their barriers, their mindset. Because something that helped me too is to remember how it was in 4 years ago. How was my mindset? How is it now? So it's a process. So I need to, walk with them through that process, but I need to know where they are, right? So that first part of the call is connection. Then get them excited, get that excitement going, like you can do that and that, picture that. Okay, are you ready to do that? Yes. Okay, let's work. Do you remember that message that you sent me? We are gonna, make that up, like put them some color and everything, make it feel, look like it's you talking. And then we are live, we are in the Zoom call. Then you're gonna pick, your phone, pick up a picture of you, of your family, with the pink drink or without it, a good picture. We're gonna type it, or we're gonna type it. Okay, I already sent you the message, now post it. If they, if they have some objections to do that at that moment, that is a red flag. And we have like a plan for it. Okay, we are not gonna push you to, to that, but we're gonna, at that time, we're gonna reschedule another Zoom call for the implementation. But then this call that we are in the moment, we're gonna focus to, go deeper. Why you don't want to do that? What is your, what is your fear? Why, what is, and then talk about scenarios, right? If you do that, what do you think is going to happen? If you don't do that, what do you think is going to happen? Why are you scared of? So start digging, but before you start digging, let's put, the pressure off and say, okay, we're not going to do that pause right now, but tell me, when do we have another call scheduled? Okay, we're going to do it later, not today, but I want to know more. So then that is the point that you need to coach them, to help them. Because if they still have that, they don't believe in themselves, they don't believe in the business, they don't believe, if they don't believe, they're not going to do it. You're wasting your time and their time, and you are making them to get all frustrated and worse, because they're going to feel like they're not worth it, they can't do it, this is too hard, I try it, and they didn't try it, right, at that point, but they're going to feel like, I try it and I can't do it. So you don't want that, you want to help them. And if you go deep and they start saying no, okay, you are not ready, you're not ready for this. That is one scenario, right? If they post, they do that, you're going to help them live, like you're going to say this and this and that, and then we're going to connect with the Plexus girls, right? We're going to send the link of that post through the legacy engagement and say, okay, please help my new VIP that is sharing. And then she or he is going to see, all the hearts, all the comments, everything. And then we're going to tell that person, now you need to respond that comment. This is the people that is going to be with you. This is the community that want to help you in this process. You are not alone, and I'm not the only one who is going to be with you. So you have a people there that is going to take your back, right? So you want to connect them to the Plexus community, right? That helped me when Marycarmen did this. That helped me to to get more confidence, like I'm not alone, I have people here that they know, or they has been here more more time than me. So connect with them. So when you pass that part of the post, then you say, okay, do you remember the list, the 25 people? You're gonna send this. You're gonna build a message. You're gonna send. You're gonna be prepared with a board, right? And then you're gonna send your first 5 reach out. So you explain that it's like a baby, right? You explain then how to do it, but live, because if you give them the task, is probably is they are not going to do it, or they are going to do it in a time frame that is too long, right? So do you want them to, let's do that now, and then you give them 2 tasks before the call, you work with that. When they do it, then you have task for the when you end that call. And the thing is that when people start answering those messages, those things, the thing is, what are they going to respond? That is the point, that some people, they don't know how to respond, or they have some argument, the people that they reached, and they say, oh, okay, that's okay, I'm not gonna continue, right? No, we need to teach them how to go beyond that. So the way that we want to do it is to tell our VIPs, when they answer you, you're not going to answer back, you're going to first make a screenshot, send it to me, and tell me, what do you like to respond first? How do you respond to this? You're not going to tell, so I'm not going to tell them then, okay, you're going to answer this right away. No, I'm going to asking my VIP, what will be your answer for this? then I can start seeing their, their strength and their, let's say opposite, their weakness, right? And then I can teach them, no, don't give them the prize at first. I know they're asking for the prize, but don't do it. No, you're gonna, start explaining things, digging. So then, of course, that is a lot of time. You are investing a lot of time. But something that I've learned in this online business is, yes, making a course, making things is a lot of work. But when you do it once and you do it right, you don't have to repeat it again and again and again. So that's what we are doing with this silver, with this VIP. We are investing a lot of time, a lot of connection. No, I don't think I can do 10 silvers in 1 month. But if I can do it one time right, what's going to happen the next month? When they reach the silver, they don't need to, go through those baby steps and those things. I'm still going to be there, but they are growing, right? So I can now get another VIP, go, for the same thing, but working in a different way with them. And when we have then, okay, now we're going to have a group. So we're going to grow together. It's different. But when you do it right at first, it's going to be so much better. So I know it's a lot of information. We are implementing this. And this is some part of this I has been implementing in my business. When we usually have different challenges, free challenges through the year to make them, to make them do a big thing, but through those small baby steps with them. And that works. And an example is, if to that you can have an idea, is the big course, a program that I have is to teach them how to create from scratch a recipe. It's not to follow a recipe. It's for them to make a formula for a bread that they have here, a bread that doesn't exist, with different flavors. So that is the big goal. And through a program, I start, doing some challenges, some things. This is how you do this, and then they connect everything. So that is possible. We are just translating this to Plexus, to the people that want to share to this business. So that is.
You guys crushed it. Woo! I am just saying, I feel like there were so many moments there just listening to both of y'all talk. And Rosibel, like some of the things that you said, where I feel like, that analogy of like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. I feel like that's kind of been our mindset behind finding new sharers for a while, where it's like, let's just ask people for shout outs or ask these things. And one of the things Genevieve said in a training that I was in a couple of weeks ago, she was like, you guys, that doesn't work anymore. Like it did work in 2020. There are people of massive influence who can do things like that and make it work, because it's a numbers game, right? If you take a handful of 100 pieces of spaghetti, one's going to stick to the wall. But the average person doesn't really have that kind of bucket of spaghetti they're throwing. And so by taking it and breaking it down, I'm literally thinking right now, Rosibel, like I have a new sharer and I need to get her on Zoom. I mean, she's done some of those things, but looking at it in that order of saying, there are people who really want this business. There are going to be people who are willing to do the things that you ask them to do. And so if you can get them to do those things before you hop on Zoom, before they make a post, like how could that set you up for success in the long run? Rosibel, people are asking for a handout. So maybe we can get together and come up with a Canva design, just kind of with those steps.
But we're
Well,
doing it. I
Marycarmen
mean,
is working on
Oh,
it.
y'all are doing it.
we're
Okay.
we're building it. Yeah,
Awesome.
like a graphic. Yeah, I think it helps to have the
Awesome.
visuals on.
A map.
It's
Yeah.
huge. It's a lot.
Well, and that's what I want y'all to think about, kind of your homework, your call to action as we go from here is really start thinking about like, who would you want to ask to hop on a Zoom with you? Who have you gotten to know that you see that they have this need? And honestly, they don't need to go it alone. If you can do this kind of heavy lifting on the front end, you guys, it is going to create people who get to silver and kind of understand how this works without you helping them every single step of the way. I just love this, and I appreciate y'all for coming on here and training us tonight, Marycarmen and Rosibel.
You're
Incredible. I feel like I just
Awesome.
witnessed like the start of like something incredible.
Yeah, and don't take me wrong. I mean, there are visuals out there in our program, but we just feel like we need a visual that actually works for our community. That's a little
Yeah.
bit more specific, you know, and it helps us too. Is that
You just muted yourself. I don't know how you did that, but
okay? There. We just need a visual that gets a little bit more details.
yeah.
You know what I mean? On how, because as we're doing this, guys, we're still getting into like, oh, wait, over here we should share this board. And over here we should share this board. You know what I mean? Because vomiting plexes some people, which, sorry, Deborah, I think I've done that in the past to you. It's crazy. Like they go like, ah.
Too
So
much. Yes.
no, it's like, oh man, oh, I did it again, you know? And you all have done this before. And Deborah will probably do that in the future. We get so excited that we just want to share everything. They cannot process that much. It's too much. I mean, so to learn how to do it step by step and be patient and baby steps. Remember, it's like we're teaching them how to brush their teeth. We're teaching them how to ride their bikes. This is what we learn in Gold School. It's one step at a time.
I love that. Y'all, thank you. Does anybody have anything else they want to share? Just excited.
So excited.
So
Connection.
excited.
Thank you, Deborah. Yes, connection is key.
This is awesome. Really good.
Yeah, thank you. Our community needs that. Like the Hispanic community is very about connection.
I think
mean, aren't we all?
community is
We all
true.
are. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
People just want to feel like they're a part of something.
Thank you, Deborah, for being here. Yay.
Yes,
And
Deborah,
Brisela just
thank
left.
you. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, you guys. Well, thank y'all for being on. I'm going to post the recording of this later because I want to be able to go back and like rewatch this. So I'm glad I hit record. And just thank y'all so much for being here. And we'll be back here again next week at 8:30. If you have new shares that you want to invite, please do. All right. Good night, guys.
Bye-bye.
Right.